And we're back in it here with Vertigo. Thanks for bearing with us for that slightly elongated break. We do have 9 though on Vert. The Vert specialists. Let's see if they live up to it. This is their first Vertigo in Counter-Strike 2. So that adds some intrigue. Flashbangs over the lip. They're in towards B, just playing retake. It's a kind of a rinse repeat of what we saw on Ancient. This time he's only going to get 1 though, not the 4K. But Adams is there quickly for the trade. Bomb should be down, but look at this. They've hesitated, and the moment might be lost. He wanted his teammates in here to help him out. He's going to get the numbers punched in, so that's important. But the retake is swift, and it's merciless. It's all on Goofy, who's got to bail out, who's running. Does not want to get run down here early. Oh, it's not feeling good, and indeed, it won't be. Pistol round claimed by the Movistar Riders. They're right back to their winning ways.
I don't like it, Mike. I don't like it. That didn't look fantastic. I think there was a moment in there, right, where 9 gained some ground on the B bomb site, but there was a call. You know, they still had this guy sort of coming from mid, and I didn't quite catch who it was, but the second player alongside Key on that B bomb site seemed like wanted to get out, right? Take a reset, maybe try and go A quickly, and then Key said, "I can't go anywhere, guys. I'm committed here. You know, if I try and cross, they're probably going to kill me. There's probably going to be a number of guys," and he was indeed correct that there were a number of guys ready for him. So already feels a little messy in terms of the calls there. The initial move in was decent. Yeah, they go 2 for 1, but just seems very, very unsure, and it's not a great sign. I think we are seeing some remnants of that first map.
That's a couple quick kills, though. This would go a long way. And Key gets another one as well. Just solo working the A site. This is disastrous now for Movistar. Just looking for some damage to get back in. It's not going to happen. Alex is left to just figure out what to do with himself now. Can he even save? It's so far away. And Goofy's on the angle. That's a cheeky bit of play. I think he may have actually made the footstep to bait somebody into playing on the angle with him. All right, Alex, let's not get overzealous with the throwing away of guns. They got plenty of guns. That's not going to make a difference, bud.
Yeah. Difficult, very difficult. I think a very early wake-up call to the Vertigo effect for 9, right? A lot of 1v1 attempts from Movistar Riders, and it gets away from them. They lose out on these fights where maybe they were winning them on the previous map. So a bitter taste, and it's never nice to lose the force buy. Well done from 9, though, just getting their individuals working, and this should give them a nice springboard now. Yeah. What do you do if you're Movistar Riders here, right? You just have to ride this wave, unfortunately. We did see 9 play around with the econ, but it seems like Movistar have fully forced it.
Yeah, they do have to ride this wave, but I feel like, you know, there might be some Cowabunga surfers among them. I think 9's got to be a little careful about this one. Initial exchange, they're not great for Alex. But we've seen this before. 9, very timid in a lot of these rounds in terms of space taking. Certainly makes sense against the pistols. You don't want to get caught by the stack. And they do appear to have the right read. There's no one on B. Movistar have played super light towards this site. They've opted to go for the double mid push. They've spotted a player. But now how do they read this? They're going to go back in towards B. The execute's coming in. 9 haven't actually gotten a kill yet. Bit of a barbecue commitment there from Just, and they will rock into a very lightly defended site.
Should be easy enough.
Just up.
Ooh, I like it. Finally get the boost, though, and they get taken down on their way out. Adams gets a kill on the opposite side of the map towards the bottom end of the ramp there, actually. So, just going to be a save. Adams found himself an M4, I should say. All the same, nothing really coming here for Movistar Riders.
Could do some more damage on this hunt. Certainly worth throwing something at this to see if they can get the M4 out of Movy's hands. Does he realize how close Goofy is? No, he does not. Uppercut shot there. Gun lost. Upgrade for Goofy. Not even really worth saving that MP9, and Mopaz won't be able to. So should be very little to nothing in this round, and 9 on the map that they consider home. Finding themselves a solid foundation here. 20 injuries. Was someone just jumping off the side of the map in warm-up?
Yeah, perhaps. That's quite high. That is quite high. I think someone might have just been sending it. You know, it's a good way to reset the mental. I heard. It's
an unsafe work space. This needs to be shut down. 20 job site accidents. Come on now. We need some government body stepping in. Kylar going to be trying to step into some ecos, and he's going to do so quite well. There's at least a blemish on the permanent record, but yeah, it's just going to let the upgrade along from the Galil, so not really a big issue for 9.
Okay, so back into the action now, right? Really important round, first proper rifle. We'll see. 9, is the Vertigo effect in full swing, or Movistar Riders going to be able to hold them off at least for a little while longer? And absolutely paramount in the early stages of this half. It will really quickly snowball if this round does not go the way of this defensive side. Solid early pickup. So that's always a good sign. Just let's have some support here on this push. Him and Mopaz looking for a bit of information. Kylar has to be careful, but really deep into B there. That's the smoke going down as well. It's a little bit of a bait play. Nade comes round. I'm not sure whose it was, but it results in another frag for the Movistar Riders. Another bit of damage as well. Goofy, though, has found the gap, and the gap is in towards middle. Minio catches another. Really well read here from 9. Fantastic response to that B aggression.
It's just 9 day, man. It's just 9 day. 9 on Vertigo versus 9 on every other map. This is exactly the stuff we were looking for on Ancient. Responses, reading, taking the initiative. They still do like to play patient in the early rounds, don't get me wrong. That's fine. That's a philosophical difference. But when it's time for action, they're there. Just, They needed like a psychological coach, or maybe just a hypnotist. Hear me out. All right, hear me out here, Scrib.
Okay.
Get a hypnotist before every match, before every map, rather. Hypnotize all the players into thinking the map is Vertigo. Win every match.
I mean, it's possible. You know.
Hear me out, 9. Make it happen. Worth the funds. Hypnotist cannot be that expensive.
Well, maybe before every map it might stack up.
Well, presumably you just pay a daily retainer, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too sure with the finances of a hypnotist, to be fair. It's not
I'm
my
not
area
gonna
of
lie,
expertise.
I'm party hypnotist rates. This would be in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna assume in Poland they might be a little more affordable.
Right. I am very curious now.
Okay, some of these are very expensive.
Problematic.
Some of the cheaper ones, cheapest one, 250 per event.
Yeah.
Most expensive I'm seeing is like $1,400 per event.
And when you're playing every day, you know, that is gonna be
this
tough.
could run up. But presumably you can get them on a retainer.
For a little bit cheaper. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've just found a guy who's a hypnotist who's named Marshall Manlove. That's a name.
That is a name. All right. Minio in for a double. Martinez has held towards the top end here. Certainly potential for him to take a couple of names, but the round itself looks like it has indeed been won out. And as I mentioned, that first rifle round, absolutely paramount to where the scoreline is at now. 5-1 is pretty terrifying this early on into the half with only 6 more rounds to go after this. So, yeah, not looking too hot if you are Movistar Riders. They really have to turn this shit around.
Ooh, that's maybe one way to do it. Hard over to port. Brings just, and okay, never mind, he's dead. So this round probably done. Martinez should probably save. not quite being able to have the impact he did on Ancient. You could sort of see, we've talked about it quite a bit with Movistar Riders, but Mopaz's performance tends to be a little bit of a temperature check for how the team's doing. 0-6 right now, so ice cold is the team. Ice cold is the Mopaz. Not a great sign for the Spanish squadron. Still, they should have a buy up in the next. This AK gives them a little something to keep over as well. Curious to see if they go for the AWP on this one. You would expect it. However, there a time to get into it. You know, it's funny. Just the pacing with the change to MR12. I feel like in MR15, I used to almost mentally discount the first 6 rounds of a game because so often a team would just need to warm up or need to get in economically or whatever it is. But now that half the half is gone.
Yeah. No, it makes a massive difference. I think it was one of the things that was touched on very early into the life cycle of CS2. The fact that this, especially on the T side with where the economy is, this springboard can just be massive. And, you know, look at where their cash is at. It's going to take a solid 3 rounds to get that economy broken. And even then, if they're bomb planting consistently, etc., they may well be able to scrape together a buy in that theoretical 4th round. So you have so much work to do that it almost feels insurmountable. So like I said, Movistar Riders have to not only win this round, but the next and the next, and they all have to be clean, make sure you're getting decent buys. So you just have to be a completely different team if you want to get back into this game.
Fascinating that Martinez didn't pick up the AWP as well. That's really interesting. Definitely had the money for it. I mean, you can see he still has 4,300 in his pocket. So that's a very interesting decision made. He's got the duel with Hades, but manages to dodge the bullet. Could just be a facet of the way 2 is playing right now. But you just don't want to deal with that AWP, even on a CT side. A lot more dynamic with the AK. Ramp's been conceded. They're fading back off of it, having shown presence. Utility might be a little too late. They're being pushed back, but there's the lineup. Oh, a TK comes through as well. So Martinez putting that AK to great effect. Now pressure onto the site itself. Man advantage from Movistar. Something we haven't been able to say much of this game.
We'll still get the bomb down. This is not totally over just yet. The A retake as well. So difficult. Oh, big swing from Goofy. Loses out on the fight. Perfect timing here from Mopaz. Seals the deal. Absolutely seals it. But a clean retake from Movistar Riders. Exactly what they needed. And yes, interestingly enough. Yeah, not going to pick up that up.
They don't want it. Movistar Riders are not playing with the AWP on Vertigo. Wow. 2 chances. 2 different players look at it. So that is a willful decision. They 100% knew that that was an AWP. They are not playing with the AWP. That's the Movistar Riders adaptation to Counter-Strike 2. Martinez is not picking up the big green. Even having a slower game so far. Obviously, he had a good round there with the AK. Not picking up the AWP. Intriguing. I feel like we're going to see a lot more teams do that.
Maybe. Still figuring it out, a lot of teams as well, how to utilize that orb effectively. And Martinez, wow, lucky to be alive, A, and B, look really clean on the rifles, actually, on the previous map. So maybe that's part of it, is that it is just a sort of personal thing. Flash comes around for Adam. Nobody spotted, so no frags, but a decent amount of information.
Alex, this is a key part. They're gotta clear him. They do. But Alex still wins that duel despite the peekers, despite so many advantages. He's not even forced off the boost. He'll eventually give it up, but pressure on Minio here. They want to clear back into him. A little awkward. Minio gets away with it, but Alex lives. So advantage Movistar Riders in this one. Utility being expunged on the B site. Or expelled, as the case may be. But they haven't gained anything for it. They're still at the bottom of the steps. They seem to be wary that a mid push could have come through, and for good reason. Look at Mopaz. Kylar reads it. That's a very big find.
That is a huge kill, and now they are really panicked on the Movistar side. Adam's going to make his way back around, but still not sold. Rotations slowly making their way over from that B site, now starting to bolster up the A side of things instead. Big frag. Alex traded quickly, as is Adam, and well, Martinez, what are you going to get done there really with that time? That is so tough. 10 seconds left on the clock before they get that bomb down. Just a bit more survivability, but they decided to swing the other way and try and catch him while panicked. Just still alive. This could get interesting.
He doesn't have a smoke is the problem. They're going to double up side hall. He just has to clear them. He just has to fight them. Minio's low, though. He's not going to expect the second in the angle. That was Minio's plan. He was baiting to set up Key. That's nicely done there from 9. Hell of a way to get back on the board. Was looking tough early on after Alex wins that exchange in mid. But the Mopaz effect. The push into Z. Gets caught. Gives it up. They'll be able to fully buy back in, so it's not full disaster stations just yet, but let's just say we're starting to edge close to the precipice.
Alright. Maybe could be a return in there for Movistar, but yeah, not the result that they wanted, particularly in a round that looked winnable. Not totally winnable, not absolutely should be winnable, but they were in a good spot for a hot minute. We'll see. Adam, big fight coming in. They love this flash on that Movistar Riders side of things. A little bit of a new one for CS2, I feel like. And it's perfect. Meanwhile, out towards that B-stairs area. Should have been a double in for Mopaz, but you feel like there has been enough damage. It comes so early as well that Alex is just around the corner. Bomb not really committing with Hades here. So we'll see. This could get, a bit fruity. Big frag from that bomb carrier. He will slowly make his way over towards A, but again, still not quite committing, just splitting the defense as best they can.
Gotta get the flowers to Minio. It's been incredible this map. On that smoke fade, Hades is ready for it, ready for Alex's play. So now it comes down to the clutch for Martinez. And the bomb's gonna make its way over to join Hades full control on the site, and he knows it. Martinez has a choice about how he wants to approach this. Try and go for the stairs. Certainly need to attempt this clutch. They're low, so there's opportunity here. But a deep smoke making his life difficult. Minio is holding the angle, but he's been occasionally checking back over, so it's not rock solid. Up on the right, this could be spicy. Actually, he's got the first. Spots the second, I think. Knows where he is. Knows where he is. It's all on Minio. Gave him some praise earlier. He's got to seal the deal here. Minio on the swing, and he's done exactly that. The captain, the IGL, the man who normally takes a back seat to his teammates. He's doing it all himself here on Vertigo.
Impeccable patience. I think that's what that comes down to. Could have gone for the swing. Obviously attempted to get the trade in there, but once he missed that, he just stands still. He's got to come to me. The bomb is very far gone. There is no need to give him the frag here, and it puts the pressure on the opposition. Really, really well played in the 1v1 there, and I think another opportunity for Movistar Riders to get themselves on the board. They flounder it, and it's now starting to become a problem, isn't it? 9 obviously moving up to 7 here, which feels very similar to where like 10 was at. It's solid, but it is also a key turning point that if you get more than 7, you're in a really, really, really good spot. So Movistar Riders will be looking to recover back this half. Probably not going to start here, unfortunately. There was maybe money to go for a desperation rifle by some fat asses, but they are opting to go for a full strength in the next round. Nothing coming of this one. Easy towards middle, and that will indeed be an 8-4-9.
It's a tough one. Maybe you sneak away a gun here, give yourself something, but you're just in the waning moments of the half. How much of a difference is that really going to make? Never feels good when you're down, you know, and the 10th round is on the board. To be thinking about the small victories. Not a good time at all. And 9 showing just so much patience gives you a minute to stew in your own failure in this round. Just a minute to wait you out. Let things simmer down. See if you're going to make a play. See if there's going to be a stack. They just methodically clear on towards A. Nobody's home. A round secured. So what's the solution? What's the play here? Aggression hasn't necessarily worked, though they've tried it on the lesser buys. They've had some decent early exchanges, but it feels like the patience from 9, as much as it was hurting them at times on Ancient, is working beautifully here on Vert.
Yes, it definitely feels like the mid-rounding is where things are changing. Movistar Riders just have to be slightly more aware of where they're leaving gaps. They've been quite susceptible to flanks, to late fights in the round, right? Whether it's on ramp with a lurker, something along those lines. Nine have just like put the brakes on quite a lot when they're in these 3v3s or even 4v3s against them. And they've just played very, very smart around forcing errors from Movistar Riders. So I think that they just have to be a bit more disciplined, a bit more aware of the map, and like I say, where those gaps are in particular.
Well, they'll have everything available to them in this one. Mopaz is hesitating for a moment. Makes me think, yeah, okay, here comes the op. Not going to toss that over to Martinez, so it's Mopaz playing with the AWP.
He's going for a spawn peek towards mid.
I don't mind it. Going to lock down mid, be able to play in towards the B site. It's been B that's been under siege for so many of these rounds. Adams gets a kill early down the A ramp. That helps alleviate pressure, and just he spotted presence. He can't overcommit here. Can't overcommit. Needs to get the Molotov down. It's a little late even. They're out. They are out. And the doors are blown off. It's been such a struggle to deal with these B takes from 9. And I mean, at this point, Movistar now saddled with an AWP to attempt a retake. Tough ask, but Menio loses track of his presence. Leaves himself exposed to the elevator peak, and this could be on. The health is low for Hades as well. Flashbang's lethal, and Kylar holds the line. Looking for more, maybe doing it. Little server hesitation, but it's Goofy all the way, and at this point, Martinez locked out. Looking like he's not got a chance. He'll make a move, but there's an op posted on his angle. This should not be viable. But the smoke, ironically, gives him a chance. Time is running low, though. So Martinez is going to have to back away. He knows it. He cannot contest for this round.
It's like the exact same as the last, but the team not stopped. With all these wild plays, all the almost desperation that comes in, right? So it's just on the B-bomb site. He does everything well. He gets that nade down, gets the Molotov down, but then he swings, and there's not much need to do that, right? Just let them into the site, go for the retake. And then I saw them running through the smoke. The first thing I did, I looked at the bomb time. The bomb had only been down for like 2 seconds. There's no need for them to go flying through the smoke. You can just wait for them to dissipate and then pull off your move. And if anything, the 9 positions are more vulnerable then. They are not to know that, but it would have worked out really well if they just waited for those smokes to go down. So it just feels like Movistar Riders are needlessly throwing themselves into some of these situations.
I think that's fair. I think everyone's trying to play a little bit of hero because they know they need it. Adams will find Hades. Completely lost track of the rifler. He tucked in. Hades. Not quite realizing that, but they've got full control of B. This is real weird. There's still a player coming up the stairs, and Just will clear that up. So now Kylar, he went back to get the bomb, but he's got everything to cover, and finally, a round will go right for the Movistar Riders just in time for the half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Second half underway. Nine live up to their name this time. But just like on Ancient, we get that one final little bit of sweetness as Movistar Riders actually do manage to bring over the final round of the half. Now, is 3 enough? Can't say I fancy their chances. But stranger things have occurred. Speaking of strange things, the A site going to be solely defended by Hades as they've just made their way all the way through mid with no resistance. Bomb down, very weird post plant for 9 to now try and contend with.
And Key is in a really difficult spot with these dualies. Alex actually finds a big double there that I think we will nullify this flank. They're able to just press the attack in towards that one. He has a real job on his hands and he falls flat. Does get a couple, the only one to find any kills for his team. But the round indeed goes the way of Movistar Riders. So step 1 complete. Now we have to survive the follow-up round. It doesn't look like it's going to be a force buy from 9, but this is something that they failed to do in the first half. So looking to get some momentum. That's what they really lacked, I think, on the defensive side of things.
They did indeed. But I mean, yeah, this is both pistol rounds claimed, so Star Rider's not a lot to show for it so far, but you're right, that reset in the first half was brutal. Still there on the T side now. Not nearly as much of a risk. Don't have to fear the rifles purchased up. Full stack on the A site. Mid push as well coming through from Minio just to try and keep them hemmed in perhaps. And right now this is decently set up for it by the Movistar side. It's a shooting gallery. They knew the play. They knew that particular one in the 9 playbook. And they were ready. Minio, God play USP? No.
Unlucky. I think we wanted a little more, perhaps, from the USP, but it's all good. They're onto this early buy. Certainly not going to be the most comfortable, though, It is, I feel, somewhat viable on the T side. On the CT side, you are still in this awful limbo of do we force, don't we? Neither direction is really that great. So, yeah, you can see a severe lack of utility here.
Gonna eat that nade, wants to swing off of it. This is gold now. He's actually in the side hall. Don't think they're gonna read this. This could be the play. This could be the play. He's watching for him. He's got one, but the trade is instant. Still, advantage for the moment. On to 9. Martinez can't zero that in. Trying to play around the smoke, and this is disastrous. The A-ramp fight, they fully committed into it, and 9 have just had a better step on them every bit of the way.
Yeah, it just feels like they're trying to bring the same energy from that first map still, where it felt like they were winning every single gunfight, you know, and defying the odds. 2Ks here, 3Ks there. Just had none of that on this map, but they're still employing the same sort of logic. Wild. Absolutely wild. And yeah, I don't know how I feel for this third map. To be honest, it's not the best for Movistar Riders. Definitely looks like we're headed there, unfortunately for them. So they're going to have to clean up their act fast.
I did watch Movistar Riders get 13-0'd on Overpass in the first week of CS2 play. It was not the first 13-0 in CS2 competitive history. It was the second, however. So, don't know that I fancy
Yeah, there was one
Overpass
out in... I remember seeing that. There was one out in South America, right? It was the first
in Impact,
one.
yeah. South American Impact had the first. We thought we'd set a record. 'Twas not to be. Really is wigging me out, this mini-map bug where we just see a little flame floating in nowhere.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. What are you gonna do? You know.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, we gotta work with it for a bit. That's a nice pickup.
It is indeed. Goofy, you gotta be careful about popping that utility out here. Minute 10. What are they going to do with this? Oh, no. Disaster. Shutdown. They gained so much space in towards mid. Look at it. Look at where those players falter, but it just didn't give them anything. They get caught. Neo and Goofy lured them into the trap and then shut it on them. And now, just body after body dropping, all left to a very wounded Mopaz. Very unfortunate round for Movistar. You come into the 5v4, and you just gain nothing for it. All that room in the mid. Can't find the fights, can't find the kills, and that might have just been their last chance dripping down the drain on this map.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way, to be honest. Just shooting gallery for 9, though, isn't it? All too easy. And it really shouldn't be, but Movistar Riders kind of showing one of the issues that we have talked about. Their shallow map pool. They really do struggle on some of the maps at the moment, particularly moving into CS2. I think it is what is costing them so many games at the moment in the online space. They have a good Ancient. Their nuke is okay. Beyond that, they really are struggling. So, and with nuke being a perma here for 9, you got one map. And they look good on it, but we may well see them dry up as this series goes on, to be honest. Yeah. The mad thing to think when you look at the 5 rounds, that includes 2 pistols, which in CS2, we're absolutely saying if you win both pistols, you should be really in contention. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Sure, they didn't convert one of them, but still, really, really, really need to just play with the rifles.
Absolutely. You're spot on with that one. This is just one of those where you have been simply outclassed in every gun round. And it's looking like that may be all she wrote. One last desperate investment available to them this round. Mac 10's fast play. I mean, look, stranger things have happened, but I think it's time to get ready for Overpass. Movistar Riders limp in this one, and the Vertigo specialists of 9 once again find the magic. It's like they have, I don't know, some sort of a Vertigo buff. They become stronger here. The layer bonus. Get special actions. Shoot head. Only unlockable when in their special spot on Vert. I'm telling you, man, it's all about the Hypnotist. They bring in the Hypnotist, 9 #1 in the world.
I think it could be possible. We talked about the finances of it, but at the same time, it's probably worth it when you start winning events. Yeah. And how much?
You make one more major, it's worth it, right?
Surely, how much a sports psychologist costs you? Like, there can't be much difference. To be fair, those guys are expensive. So, you know, why not try the different avenue? Because
remove the sports psychologist, bring in the Hypnotist.
Yeah.
Oh, just if he gets that kill, suddenly there's a chance. But no, instead they're funneled in towards A. Fast play on. Hades down. Uh-oh. Something cooking here. A little bit of juice, a little bit of heat. An animal back to the corner is at its most dangerous. Movistar Riders are finding their fangs right here.
Yeah, it's going to be a long road. If only they could have started this a couple rounds ago. Again, the big thing that has escaped them is the momentum. So I am certainly not holding my breath. I hate to be the party pooper of this situation, but that's exactly who I am going to be. I do feel that 9 should still be able to clean this one up. You also have to look at these half-buy type rounds. I guess, you know, they've full spent, but in terms of where the guns are at, not very good, obviously. The rules of engagement are very different. And like you say, the caged animal, I think, certainly is showing what it's capable of, but surely runs out of energy quite quickly. I think this should still be an easy road for the 9 boys.
We're certainly not worried about them stumbling just yet. This is a bump. Bump in the road. Not a pothole yet. No burst tires. No broken down car. No real concern in the moment. But a timeout used at least. 3rd of 30 for Movistar Riders. If you're not familiar with the new timeout rules, the way that shifted is that you get 3 over the course of the game, and then in overtime, if you reach overtime, you get 1 for each period of overtime. So instead of having 4 in general, no reset in overtime, now you get that reset in overtime. I really do like the shift.
Yeah, I'm certainly a fan. I think that also 4 timeouts in the base game of regulation maybe felt like a bit much if a team does end up using all 4. But then you are also, yeah, like you say, shafted if you move into overtime in that sense, and it definitely should help with the fact that overtimes often feel just wild compared to where the regulation's at, right? The pace really picks up and it gets a bit silly, maybe having a timeout there to allow teams to take things a bit slower and talk over some strategy. Big fight from King of the Smoke. Nearly in for a bit more, to be fair to him, but eventually stopped. The heads are rolling. Movistar Riders still looking to brute force things in the same way they have in the earlier rounds in this half. However, it appears they are hitting their shots a little bit better this time around.
I gotta say, what I really don't like from 9 is this side hall peek with the ult from Hades. It's a very tough angle to make work. I understand if they don't go for the fast play, if they don't take the space, then you've got a great angle into forklift. But if they do, as we've now seen from Movistar 2 rounds in a row, if they do, you're at such a disadvantage against the wide swinging ability, the mobility of the rifle. That was the messiest way to close that round, but it is indeed closed, and all's well that ends well, as the Riders close the gap to 5. Where's the money at? You could justify halving this one, actually, if you're 9. You could get a lot around. It would be a damn good half. But I could see Minio dropping maybe some SMGs for Kylar and Key, and them keeping the money above 2K.
Possible.
No, they're going in.
All right. This is where it gets a bit scary, dog. They still have the timeouts available on their side, but money starting to run out. And, yeah, it becomes a real enemy and sort of the hidden enemy as well. You know, you buy into this round and, yeah, you might have track of the loss bonus, and then you go into the next round and you go, wait a minute. I feel like I should have had more money than this, you know? So you sometimes lose track of where the cash is at, and it can creep up on you very quickly, as it has done here. We had a couple of players on like 9K just a few rounds ago. Minio being one of them, like you said. He spent 7K in this round, and he doesn't even have full utility. So it's already becoming a bit problematic. Movistar Riders win this one. We're probably looking at an easy 8, and then it really puts pressure on 9.
Still sailing in. Mortar strike on Goofy. Love that play. Right, Dupree is just annihilated. Nothing you could do about it. Except back away. Think about the next one. Man, that is just like a aerial bombardment. Nothing that can be done if you've chosen to hang by the white box.
Look for some late aggression here on towards these B stairs. Might catch a couple of players with nades in hand. It could be the move. Oh, unless you take a stray bullet in the noggin.
Okay.
And a lot of team damage was through there. I think maybe from nade, Molotov, either way. Very awkward indeed to start things off into finish of this game, I suppose. Beginning of the end is what 9 were looking for, and they're only able to achieve 1 round. Movistar Riders certainly making this scary.
I'm starting to believe a little bit. You know, I'm starting to believe. This is going to be pistols. Very little to put around it. Maybe a flashbang. I don't know. Gonna be a 3-round gap by the time the rifles come up. It won't be a perfect rifle buy either, I don't think. There's something to this. There's some legs. Are you a believer yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me one more rifle and I'm a believer.
Okay. More rifle round. That is always the interesting question of where do you need to get back to in a comeback for it to be valid in CS2. This round, whatever threat was in it has been removed. Barring Minio going off with a P250, I'd say they might be all right, even if Martinez gets naded by his teammate. Goodbye, Minio. Smoke pop, and he's dropped.
Stressful now. I mean, I'm feeling the pressure, you know, and I'm not in the game. I'm not in the server, so
Yeah.
I think especially for a team like 9, these are the moments that they can really struggle in, right? So many flashbacks available for this team to try and keep themselves present. Thank God it is on their home map of Vertigo, but all the same, this is starting to weigh up now, isn't it, really? Those bullets were damn close. Kylar even takes some damage, man. One of them could have landed in his face. Decent nade. Just has to be careful of the player just around the corner, but for now, he is playing it well.
Play out the cement. They know he's there, so there's the swing. But a utility flashbangs to set it up. That's very well done from 9. And it might be just enough. They have the edge now. He just goes looking, just goes fishing. A little over ambitious, perhaps, but still he has kept it an advantage for his teammates. And the A-ramp control has been stymied. Movistar Riders have come within spitting distance. One more round would make this a game, but they're sputtering now. It's a tank running on empty.
Maybe. Oh, bro. Yo, do we need to do that? Do we need to do that?
Very atypical.
Yeah. That's crazy. Particularly of the leading voice in this team. You wouldn't expect him to go for a move like that. Hades still around. Not in a bad spot. Oh, you might have a check. Alex goes for the half check. 20 seconds though, man. Hades could finish this round if he gets good timing. Will he be distracted by everything that's going on behind him? Doesn't matter. Alex clotheslines him round the corner. Bomb going to go in. Man advantage back in favor of Movistar Riders. Goofy falls on the flank, and it is all down to Kylar. who is moving forwards to go for it, hoping an opportunity presents itself, but it's never really that easy. His head's surely going to be spotted in just a second here. Now he thinks about making it out. He will make it across somehow with 3 players ready to take him out. All the same, Movistar's round.
Doesn't even have a kit. Even if he was going to attempt this, I don't know why he's even sticking around the same zip code. He thinks he's going to be chased once that first kill, but I mean, keeping them on the bomb doesn't matter. That is the worst of both worlds. I don't know what the logic is there to stick around that far. Even if you kill all of them, it does not matter. They have plenty of cash. They're a T side. They got the bomb down. You're eco. Ay. That's disastrous. Should have pulled the cord when it was 2 alive. Certainly late. I mean, they just don't have the money for this. They're going to have to eco this. It's going to be 1 gun round to keep this out of overtime. This is an absolute collapse out from 9. And it starts with Minio pushing the ramp solo. Just so unnecessary in a man-up situation. That's really inexcusable mental error. I thought Movi were out of it.
I think
I thought that one was done.
Yeah, definitely. And then Minio. Oh, yo. Like, a team that are known for some of their mental struggles, and the in-game leader goes off and does... Oh, honestly, it could really make the difference. We could have just seen the crumble. However, go for something a bit different here. Flash goes round. Oh, just going to find them both. All 3, in fact. Lovely. Well held. I envision that being disastrous, to be honest with you.
The fate of the world now is going to hang on a single round. Kyla left to think about this one. Whatever they're calming, whatever they're communicating, they better have an ace in the hole in the back pocket for this one. Domination on Vertigo just gone awry. Completely awry. This will be the 6th round in a row for the Movistar Riders. Unreal. It looked like they were going to be completely shut out of this. 5-12, and now they're in with a chance. What do we even have for the economy? The op can come back out. Presumably it will for Hades. I don't know that it's exactly been brilliant. And yeah, okay, he opts to go for the rifle instead. The op has not been feeling it. And he's been solid with the M4 in hand. So what have we got here, 9? What is your grand strategy to keep this out of OT?
Isn't that the $1 million question? Oh, man alive. Just one more, guys. You know? Both teams. That's all. Will be in their head. Just one more. We've done it before. Been a while for 9. Movistar Riders in the groove. So, surely. It's so very difficult for all these 2 teams. Hard to split Movistar Riders with hell of a comeback already. I think we will still see the even if they lead at 9. Meanwhile, particularly if they drop this map that absolutely should have been theirs. Unbelievable. So we are even this close. Nate goes onto the smoke. He unable to find anything. A little bit of leg damage onto Mopos.
Bars moving up in mid. Goofy's caught a big kill. That should embolden them, and the Molotov comes in at a critical time to slow this mid take up. Neo's gonna have his hands full, but he's been fantastic.
Oh, great
the
flash.
flashbang. Yeah, that's tough. Very fortunate to get away with his life there.
Look at that.
Actually, they backed off of this.
Yeah,
Taking all this focus, they've left.
You almost look at like the panic from 9 though. They feel the flash, sort of spot them, and then all of a sudden there's like 4 players in and around mid. So they are not taking any chances on this one. They will pull away from mid quite quickly though. Oh, Kylar, great spot for info, man. More damage dished out, but just so much information coming in. He's got support at the back of the site. The nade usage here from 9 is nigh on perfect. Late smoke. Oh, it's beautiful. Adam, the big final of the video. Kylar has to be very careful. Adam going to get another one as well. There's no way they are about to squeeze in. They've got to know that Kylar is around. They've got to know. Oh, God. Bomb plant coming in. Alex gets a gift as he jumps out in front of him. 4 versus 2. Hades and Key to hold the game together in regulation. It is all that is left. We are gobsmacked to even be here within this round, let alone the context of the game. And it would be quite something if these two players can wrestle it back. Adam will continue being the hero of the round, leading it all down to Hades. Surely not a chance on this. He's working his way around through this gen, makes it past step 1, can't make it past step 2. We are going to overtime. I am just unbelievable. I just don't know what to say.
Collapse is the only word that can describe what we've just witnessed. In this round. This round is a microcosm for this map. 9 were playing so damn well. Getting the pick, getting the advantage, stalling out with utility. Smoke goes down at the perfect time. Flash goes out at the perfect time. There was even an HE to follow it up. Kylar, you know he was planning on dumping that, except that with 5 players alive, somehow Nouns, I've been watching too much NA. 9 allow Adams right up over into mid, into B. How does he get that far? You have so many bodies alive. You know the pressure's on the B site. Such a blunder. Such an absolute blunder there. And again, Alex is going to be through mid. They're just getting so much space here. There's no reason for this. They've gained the B site again. Kylar, look, he's not getting good numbers, but how are you supposed to play B like this?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think it is official. Movistar Riders have found the magic potion. And it is working. They have sold their souls to get the 2-0. Not quite there yet, but the way that things are looking, the momentum they have behind them, and the struggle 9 are having right now just goes to show some of the big issues that this team have.
Look at Molpaz. I mean, even if Key kills the 2 on site, which he won't do, there was no world where he'd expect Molotov on the flank. Is just unreal. At this point, 9, it's about their heads, right? They're in their heads. They are suffering. They need some sort of a hero play, some sort of a big moment to turn this one around. Somebody's got to pop off. Someone's got to get loud. Someone's got to hit the reset button on their mental. Because right now, they're just getting swept up in the momentum of Movistar Riders. This is now 8 rounds in a row won by the Movistar Riders.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I think it'd be 9. I think it would be 9. Trying to think. No, they went 8, 4, 1. The pistol.
They won 8 in a row. They won 7 in a row to close regulation. Because it was 12-5.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I have succeeded at counting. Don't have to go back to
I
kindergarten
was just
yet.
trying to go back into memory bank. You know. Yeah. One of the I like the VMix, but not having a scoreboard sometimes makes it a bit difficult to keep track of where rounds are at. So
the secret is you get multiple monitors and you throw the HLTV ticker up on the other.
Sure. And just wait for
Secret
it to
trick.
catch up. You're a smart guy. Well, let's see.
Tools of the trade, man.
Who's going to be the smartest on the server here? Between these
Again,
two
they're going to
teams.
pressure B. Why not? This time there's a 3rd player hedged over, though. They've got the bodies. Goofy, he's been playing it aggressive, and Kylar's able to strike. So this time, it holds. 9 were shifting more and more and more resources over to defend B. They had to. And this time, it seems to have held. Not done yet, certainly. And once again, Adams. Look at all the space he's gained towards mid. The late lurk up. The skeleton key to this round. It's not done yet. The 8 players are dynamically pushed, but having seen nothing all the way back down, they're not making the move. Minio has to clear this. Oh, and he does so. Great processing from Minio, identifying where the player had to be. It's all on the Mopaz, and this would be truly incredible. Even to have enough time to punch the numbers in. You know, he's going to give himself a chance. The flank is late. Key's been really patient on it. Opaz eventually has to be looking for this, right?
Yeah, but he's just banking on getting the frag, isn't he? There it is, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough in that 1 versus 3 B bomb site. You have to commit to one, I guess, and he was kind of in between both. I would have loved to see him go flying down those B stairs, right, and just take that control, play around the bomb, but then it's really hard to get back on if they've got a smoke. So I would argue that the B bomb site Vertigo, one of the hardest to clutch from in the game, to be honest, when you're in that 1v-VX, particularly a 1v3 like that with a flank coming in.
Fun shadow. Goofy collects. High fives the shadow, goes in for the kill. Nice advantage here for 9, but the smoke pop does not work out in Key's favor. Down for the count early, and Movistar have shifted their focus, right? They're back to this A-ramp fight. It didn't treat them very well. Much of regulation. They're looking to roll the dice again, and once again, Adams is up in mid.
Oh,
Goofy looking for this. Goofy not gonna get it. Now the map is bisected. It's all on the shoulders of Minio. Somehow he finds himself in the driving seat again, but this time traded out. And Kylar, they know where he is. He's been the B anchor all game long. And a hopeless retake is now expected of him. He'll have to try it. It's the last round of this half of OT. But how can he possibly be expected to come up with anything here?
These annoying ass slow peaks, man. These crab peaks that Movistar riders are putting. I would hate to be on the other end of those. You know, they're just wild.
They are. Adams, the backstab, makes a hash of that one. Still time so short. Mopaw's just holding the nade, pressuring on Kylar. And he's won it on time, if not on bullets. On bullets, it will be Movistar Riders pull into the lead for the first time since the first half pistol round on this map of Vertigo. They have been down and out the entire length of the way. But now, Harvey, they just need 2 rounds to claim this series.
Unbelievable stuff. Absolutely incredible to see. And definitely what we wanted to tune in for this evening. We did say in the pre-game that these two teams certainly have the potential to beat each other. Certainly, as we are seeing, have the potential to bring it close. And the first map didn't deliver in that sense, but the second map definitely is giving us a game. And a fantastic one, to be honest. One of the better games that I have seen. Although 9 are slipping, I think that the way in which these two teams have performed at their best has looked brilliant. Double nade doesn't find the frag, but does take MartinezSa low. He decides to go creeping round. You got to respect it to a certain point. It's the AWP that takes him out. Doesn't matter if he's low there or not. The trade is quick, and the trade is fresh. Alex sat in behind. This could be huge. Oh, there's a player.
Do they check it? They don't check it. They don't check it, but likewise, Martinez isn't expecting it. What is happening here? Alex now dropped down by the AWP. Somehow that works out for 9.
What a mess. What a mess. Maybe the way that 9 want to employ things here in overtime. It's obviously been a long while since they've been on that T side, and they just come in nice and aggressive. Chilling here. Missed shot from Hades, though. Mopaw's lucky to be alive. Still on this AWP. They have to be wary of him on the A-bomb site and what he can get done from here.
And he's thunderstomping, so they got some information as well. Rotation hasn't come over either. Just wary that it could be a late rotate from 9. They know how patient 9 likes to play. And now they're really wary of mid having been a problem.
Mopaz gets smoked out. That's the big issue. There's a flash round for him to get aggressive. The Molotov, though, keeping him at bay. It's a nice little move. Hades has a flick to last here. And he's going to get it. Goofy finds Mopaz on the edge of the smoke as well. 14-14. We are most certainly back on.
We are indeed. Anyone's game now. A hold your breath moment on the A ramp. I think that's a little bit of divine providence maybe coming in for 9, tipping the scale in their favor, but they've still got to be able to capitalize on it now. They did dominate on their own T side of this map, right? Remember, it was 10-2 9 to 3. I'm misremembering. 9 to 3.
Yeah.
But it was brutality. Still for Movistar. They were down and out. They were trying to recover the economy. That's not an issue here in OT. Just got to get her done with the guns. Mopaw's away from the AWP. They're not messing with that this time. Full rifles. Boost up. Boost up to the danger panel. This is going to be interesting. Kyla's up and over. Putting pressure on to just. The molly misses. Kyla's posted on this, but is he calling for more util? They have a pretty good read that Just is here, it seems. But he doesn't have to move a muscle.
That Molotov could cost them. However, Mopaz gives them a head to pick at.
Do they overlook this now?
Yeah, they're unsure. Molotov goes down. Alex in a decent spot to really act as a distraction. They're actually
leaving.
Pulling the bomb away, though. Oh, and a great flash around for Kylar to just keep attention on that B bomb site. Just going to go peeking around. He sees that nobody is here, but still, surely, numbers-wise, they've done enough.
They don't know he's here. They bring the bomb back over. They bring the bomb. Just, ooh, chaos, pandemonium. The bomb isn't with Kylar. Kylar now knows he's sectioned off. And this could be it. This could be it. But Goofy still finds kills somehow, some way. They brought this down to a 2v2. It's going to be a pinch on the site. Martinez setting up utility, but it's a little late to deny the bomb. Damage onto Goofy, though, is good. And Adams, meanwhile, taking advantage of that pandemonium to get up on the flank. This is... This feels like it could be the map. This 2v2 could be everything. Adams making his way up the steps now. He's just crossed the lip. They're sectioned up by the generator. They're playing together as a duo, but it means they've got to watch two ways at once. Goofy down for the count. Kylar soon to follow. Yes, he will. Map point found. Movistar Riders stay the course, and now a chance to close.
That gel between the two of them is just brilliant. The synergy is the overused esports word, but it was perfect. Their timing together had to be on the mark, right? And it really, really was. Martinez takes those first steps, draws the looks, and catching those two remaining T players, both of them looking at different angles, right? Nobody supporting each other, and it means, therefore, that the trades can come in. But also, the first peek was from Adam, and he catches the player spinning the wrong way. So Martinez makes all the noise, but he doesn't give his life away. It's just brilliant, and it may be set to continue. Martinez has once again found that special sauce about all that impact he had on the first map. Maybe being a bit quieter here, but a fantastic opener.
It is indeed. It's been interesting to see his role shift up as well in terms of what he's been doing. A lot more aggressive into the fight. Obviously not touching that off at all this map is a radical shift. He's going to get another one. The advantage held for Movistar, though Minio gets a little bit of an answer back. The A-ramp fight has been brutal. And the utility's largely gone for Movistar. Actual utility advantage on for 9 in this moment. They're still smoking a flash for Movi to work with, but they're basically going to do this with the guns. A little bit of an awkward smoke. Ooh, just gets caught by it. I'm not sure what exactly that was meant to block off. What the spam through from Mopaz works. It's Goofy in the clutch. It's all on Goofy, and they know where he is. Or they certainly will have confirmation now. So Alex and Mopaz can work together. Goofy, pick your spot. And pick it well.
He has to get this right. Once again, though, the Movistar Riders, they've played the twosome games so very well in the past few rounds. A lot of the situations have come down to just a couple of players remaining on a retake. Pre-fires are around, so he has an idea of where one player is coming from. A little early, but the dink lands. Alex looking for this trade, but he's gone late. He's gone to bait it out. He should have gone swinging around.
He's still got time. He's got time
here. Oh my goodness, he gets to that bomb quite late. It's going to be close. I think he's good, though. Looking at the bars, I think he's good. And he gets it over. Goodness me. So close to finish once again. In terms of the defuse, for sure. But obviously, in terms of that scoreline, insanity. Absolute insanity. What is that? 2 rounds in like 12 from 9? And one of those